Okay, today's lesson is looking at probabilities from two-way tables. So let's take a look. So basically a two-way table is just a way of presenting either some probabilities or frequency. So the key thing that they should have is that you will need a total. Sometimes you'll have to add in a column of each one. So obviously this is the total of the top row. So those numbers there add up to 50, and then the next row adds up to 50 as well, and then this row adds up to 100. The question we've got here, so the table's about 50 Everton fans and 50 Liverpool fans were asked how they watch football. The results recorded in the two-way table. What can we see from this table? So what we can see is that if we look at the groups combined, that mostly people watch it on TV, and 28 don't watch it at all. You'd sort of question how much of a fan they were if they weren't watching the football. So the other thing is then when we break inside those numbers, of those 42, Liverpool the Liverpool fans are the ones who watch the TV the most, whereas Everton have more people that go to the match, but also have the highest number of people that don't watch it. So you can see that by using the table, you can get this cross section of different information. We've got two events. So event one is what football club you support, and then the next one is how you watch the match. Which is really easy to read. Obviously, the totals are really important for working out probabilities. So a lot of the time with questions, we'll end up having to try and work out missing values, because if we're given the total, we should be able to work backwards to work out how many there are. So the first thing we can do is, because we know there's 112 in total, we can subtract 39 and 36 to work out how many there are in the balcony. So there's 37. So once we've got 37, what we can then do is start to look at the different things for the values for the children. So we've got 60 as a total here, so we can work out how many children there are in the circle by taking 39 away from it, and we get 21. Now that we know 21, we can work out how many children there are in total, which is 93. We can work out how many stalls there are, so 77. We can work out the balcony, which adds up to 68 as well. So you work your way through the table with the information you've got. It's a bit like a Sudoku, or if you've done puzzles like that, that you try and work out what you can find out, and then process of elimination for the others. The important number is the total number of people that were tested or asked, which is 205. Again, these totals are really important for finding probabilities. Okay, so here's another table. It's a chance to test your own skills. Pause the video, try and work out what goes where, and then we'll see how well you did. So hopefully you paused the video and you've got a completed table. So let's have a go at the answers. So the obvious one to look at straight away is looking at the cars, or the bikes, sorry. That we can work out that that's 3, because 5 take away 2 is 3. Next one's looking at the cars. We can add those together. Sorry, I'm not doing very well getting these in order. So the vans has to be, there's 0 vans for the in red, because they add up to 19. So now it's the cars, so we can add those together. So that leaves us with looking at the vans there, that there's 3 and 0, so that must be 3, and then we can work out the total and the total overall as well. So hopefully that's what you've got, and if not, there is some practice coming up. So the last thing, of course, is trying to find probabilities from your completed table. So this two-way table shows which flavoured ice creams the Year 7s and 11 pupils prefer. So we've got our 2 events, whether you're in Year 7 or Year 11, and then what ice cream you prefer. So the first question is, if one of these boys was picked at random, what is the probability that they would be from Year 7? So the key thing is we need to think out what it's out of. So in this case, it's 82. And second of all, we need to think how many Year 7s there are. So in this case, there are 40 Year 7s. So the probability that you're chosen out of Year 7 is 40 out of 82. The next part, what is the probability of picking 2 Year 11s who prefer chocolate? So what we need to do is work out what is the probability of being in Year 11 and also how many people prefer chocolate. So there were 42 Year 11s and there were 17 people out of the 42 that like chocolate. So the probability of one person being selected is 17 out of 42. Now for the second person, because it's one person liking chocolate and a second person liking chocolate, then that's going to be times. And because we've already chosen someone, it's no longer out of 42, it's out of 41. And the other thing we have to think of is that we've taken one out of the chocolate as well, so it's 16 out of 41. Using the calculator, that gives us 289 over 11722, which is a really ugly fraction. So if I want to change it to a decimal, I can just work that out on my calculator by going 289 divided by 1722, and that gives me 1678. So there we go with our answers. Again, here's an opportunity here for the two-way table. Shows punctuality of a Stagecoach or Arriva Route 14 buses in Liverpool over one day. So whether they're early, on time or late. There's some question there, A and B. Have a go at trying to work out the probabilities. So pause the video now and then we'll have a look at the answers afterwards. Okay, hopefully you pause the video and we can have a look at the answers. So A is, if a Stagecoach bus comes along, what is the probability it will be early? So there were 9 Stagecoach buses that were early, and there were 30 in total. So the answer for that one is going to be 9 over 30. You can change that to a decimal if you'd like to, but that's a reasonable fraction to deal with. B, if an Arriva bus comes along, what is the probability that it will be late? So Arriva is 18 out of 36. So 18 is out of 36, and then we have our answers. So hopefully that's what you got. It's just practice with two-way tables, so move to the lesson and have a go at the questions.